VPC means working on region, means you are creating the VPC in the region. VPC is getting mapped with the region, right? Again, it is not working proper. And subnet which we are creating under the VPC will get mapped within the region. Let's say if you are selecting any region here, the same region's division will be coming here as a availability zone. It means that if you divide the subnet, if you divide the subnet, it should map with the availability zone. Now, why we are creating subnet, guys? Why we are creating subnet? So the first reason is the hybrid need. Hybrid need. Arey yaar, what exactly it is, when something doesn't work. Hybrid need means you have created a network. Let's say this is the network which you have created. Now in this network, you are keeping what do you say, your website. You are keeping your website under this network. Means you will be creating some server, and after that you will keep the website. Along with this website, your database is also there. So this database you will be keeping into the private zone. Private zone means private subnet. Website you will be keeping into public subnet. That's why it should be reachable from everybody on internet. So we are trying to make something called private here, and here we are trying to make something called public, right? Public and private. If you need a hybrid model, and literally, it is not working. So let me restart this print screen again. When I say why subnet, so just for hybrid model, in the same network, if I want some part should be public, some part should be private, it means that if you will divide, then only you can make it public and private, means the entire as a hybrid model. Correct? Means you will be able to fulfill your all work within a single network. That is first thing. And second thing is the security. Second topmost reason of subnetting is security. Security means, let's say if you have a network, by default your VPC will be private. By default your VPC will be private. If you need to make it public, you can make it, but if you create something into the VPC within the private network, if you create something, that will be also private only. And if you security, let's bring the same both. This is public and this is private. This is your internet. If somebody will try to reach to your VPC, this part is public, this part is private. So of course, if somebody will try to hack something, first of all they will reach to the public one, but it is private. Here they cannot reach because it is private. So it will be completely secure. This part will be completely secure. And even this is not easy to hack. The public subnet is also not easy to hack. But again, security is one of the reason. Why? Because if somebody will, let's say, break this one, so they cannot reach there. There will be multiple, division of a network. So if somebody will break one division, it is not possible to break all the division. That is the second thing. And the third top thing is, the third top reason is, if this is a VPC, in this VPC you are creating two subnet. It means that these subnet resources can communicate with each other, and this resource can communicate with each other. This can communicate with each other, this can communicate with each other, like that we will do. This is the third reason of making subnetting. So I'll just try to create a model. I'll just try to do a model. In my model, I want to do a small deployment. A small deployment where where I want that I'll create a VPC. In this VPC, let's say there are 250 plus IP addresses we are getting. Our 250 plus IP address should we get, and apart from it we should get at least minimum two subnet. Minimum two subnet we need. Minimum two subnet, this subnet and this subnet. This should have somewhat around IP, let's say half of it, nearly 128 or 126 or 125. This can have 125, this can have. So 125 computer you can keep here, 125 computer you can keep here. Later on, if you will understand the process of this division, you will be able to do the division as per your need. So we will come into the custom. Now we will come into the custom. When I say custom, it is all about the subnetting. So first of all, we'll learn the subnetting of class C. So if you will create a network, let's say when I write here one IP address, it means that it is of class C. You all know it is of class C, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in
Three
class
net,
C, let's say
three
We
network,
are
one host.
having a, yeah.
3 network in one
One host.
host. So how will I represent in bits? Network I represent as a 1, host I
One
represent as 0.
zero.
The meaning is so simple. 81 will come here, 81 will come here in the second octet, 81 will come into the third octet, and 80 will come into the fourth octet, as per the distribution that has been given by IEEE, which we follow. So if this IP, if you need to write into CIDR format, this network, if you need to write into CIDR format, what should I write? Anybody can tell me now? This network, if I need to write into CIDR, anybody? Anyone?
24.
24.
24.
Zero.
Very
24.
good.
Slash 24.
Slash 24. And
24.
this 24 is nothing but this number of ones.
254. Yes.
This 24, so is this is the number of ones. In that these all are the host, which is 224. 254 will be coming the host. A network is this one. You can write this value while creating a network, right? So simple. Now if I'll bring you back, if I'll bring you back here in the AWS. So for network, we will be accessing a service called VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. So rather than going ahead with the Start Service button and you go with the networking and content delivery, you can find out VPC. VPC is here, or else you can click here to search VPC. Once you will open the VPC here, one VPC will be automatically, it will be created by AWS, that we used to call default VPC. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So on the
Yes, sir.
screen, again, whatever the things are coming in the left menu, you are going to learn all, right? Everything. You will be having clarity as we have done with the EC2. So now here, if you see the VPC, I do have already I do have already two VPC, that one has been created by using this lab and one has been created by AWS. How to check which has been created by AWS? If you will scroll it towards right, it will come which is default VPC, default VPC. So this is saying yes, it means that this is default VPC, this one is default VPC. This has been created by the lab. Let's say we have automated it, so it has been created. Now we need to create the VPC of our own. So we'll ignore all this thing for right now, but tomorrow we will be seeing this as well. So if we need to create our own VPC, as you can see on the right corner, there is an option called create VPC. If you create the VPC here, you have to first give the name. Region will be automatically selected here, Oregon. Here you can see on the top up. Here you can give the VPC. Let's say Take M. I'm giving up the name of Take M network. Take M network, and here I'll give the IP address range. So if I'll write 192.168.1.0/24, it will take as it is. See. And what is the size it is taking? It should be in between of 16 to 28. You cannot take any size more than 16, means you cannot take 15, 14, 13, 12, 8. You cannot take that. And not even less than 28, means you cannot take 29, 29, 30, 31, 32. Less than 28 you cannot take. I'm not talking about the number value, I'm talking about the host value, because if you take 28, there will be few hosts will be coming. If you take 29, somewhat less host will come, like that. But if you will not write the slash value, it won't take, it will not create this VPC. See, it is showing error. So you must have to keep the value in CIDR format. Now we will create the VPC. We will create the VPC. So the VPC is created. My network is created. My network is created. This is my network. Now if I need to get the range of it, it is telling this is my range. Some additional things will also get created, but we will be discussing about that later on. Now we have created a VPC. We have created a VPC by using this range. Now number of network, if you say, it will give one only. A number of host, it will give total how much? 254, correct? 2 to the power. Number of zeros are 8 minus 2 will be 254 only, because one will go to the network address, which is this one, and one will go to the broadcast address, which will be this one, 192.168.1.255. And 3 is getting reserved by AWS, but it is reserving from the subnet, not from the network, right? So this is how it will work. Now out of this network, see the division. This is the network, and the network is 192.168.1.0/24. This is our VPC, our network, you can say. Now you want to do two division. How many division? Two. How many subnet you need, guys? Two subnet.
Two, sir.
Two subnet we need. So we need to do the calculation for this subnet again. We need two subnet. So your need is two subnet. Now we will go back to again the calculation. The calculation is so easy. Let's write 192.168.1.0. This is again network, 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 and this is 0 is your host. Now if you need to represent the network bit, 81, 81, 81, total will become 24, and here I'll keep 8 zeros, 8 zeros. right? This was the calculation. But now the same formula is there. Now you will write not as a network, number of subnet is equal to 2 to the power n. But here n is equal to number of number of ones in interesting octet. Interesting octet. So again it is 0. But if you will take a borrow, if this network bit will take a borrow from the host, 1, this bit only, you cannot take from right side, you have to take it from left side. So let's take, it has taken 1 as a borrow. 1 as a borrow it has taken. This is 1 now. This is 1 now. So what will happen? Number of subnet will be coming 2 to the power n, means number of ones in interesting octet is 1. So 2 to the power 1 is equal to 2. I knew the formula. I knew this formula, and my requirement was of 2 subnet. That's what I have taken 1 borrow. And now you will find out number of host per subnet, means it within one subnet how many number of hosts will come. 2 to the power m minus 2, where m is zeros in the octet. So how many 0 we are having right now? How many 0 we do have, guys? 7. 2 to the power 7 minus 2 will be coming 126. How much it is coming? 126. Correct? It means that there are 2 subnet. It means that here it will come 126 and here it will come 126. That's so simple. That's so simple. Now, how will you write into the CIDR format? The same way, you just write the network 192.168.1.0 and you will count out these number of ones. So initially it was 24 plus we have taken one borrow. So now it is 25. And this is nothing but your first subnet. First subnet. Okay. It is clear, guys. First subnet is clear.
Yes, sir.
And we are getting how many subnet? 2 subnet. How many subnet we are getting? 2 subnet. So one is okay, this one. Then what will be the second one? Second one will be, if your network address is this one. Being certified in cybersecurity provides employers with the confidence that you have a solid grasp. 0 is here. Guys, please mute. 0 is here. 0 is here. 0. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it will reach to 126. And then it will come 192.168.1.1.127. This will be the broadcast address of first subnet. This is the network address, this is the broadcast address. So we can call it NA, we can call it BA, broadcast address. After 127, it will go to the second subnet. So this subnet network address will be 192.168.1.128/25. You can see here in a clear picture like this. This is the network which we have created and we have divided into two parts. Now my first address from this network is coming as 192.168.1.128. 1.0/25. This I'll call it as a network address. First address will be considered as a network address and last address will be considered as a broadcast address. So here we are getting 126 valid in between of it. So what will be the broadcast address, guys? Any guess? From 0 you are starting. This is the network address. Network address, or you can say subnet address now. Subnet address. 126 is valid. It means that valid first valid address is 192.168.1.1. Second valid address is 192.168.1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.100, 1.125, 1.126 will be the valid, right? And the 127th one will be the broadcast address. After that, because there is only 126 valid, so you cannot write any other address here, then you will go to 128. So you will write 192.168.1.128, and this address is the first address from the second subnet, so you will be calling it as a subnet address or network address of second subnet slash 25, and the broadcast will be of this 168.1.255 will be the broadcast address of this one. So again, if you calculate, 126 will be coming here. Are you getting my point, guys?
Yes, sir.
Clear? So 126 address will come here, means you can keep 126 computer in this subnet, 126 computer you can keep into this subnet. Now let's say we have created this network, and here you should remember AWS will also take three addresses from each subnet. So here you will get how many valid address, guys? How many valid address you will get? 123 and
123.
123.
123.
123.
Remember the network address. What is the first network address? Anybody? What is the first network address? What is the first subnet address?
124.
This one is the first one, right?
Yes, sir. 124.
And this one is the second one. So if you create subnet now, if you go back and if you go to the subnets, you create the subnet, you select your VPC. My VPC is TakeMnet. Now I need to give the subnet. Let's say I'll keep subnet 1, subnet 1, right? Subnet 1. And here you can keep in any availability zone, right? And now this is the network CIDR. What is your subnet CIDR? Then you will say 192.168.1.0/25. This is the first subnet. Under this subnet, how many IP addresses will be coming, or how many computers you can keep? 123. You
123.
123. You can just click here to create the subnet. This is first subnet, and second subnet if you need to create, you can again select the same VPC and you can give the name as a subnet 2, and then you can create this subnet into another availability zone. In this time the range is 192.168.1.128/25. This is the second subnet, and you can just click here to create this subnet. That's so simple. Now if you see here, there are so many subnets coming off other network also, but we have created this subnet and this subnet. These two subnet we have created. So if you see this subnet, how many addresses are coming? Available IP addresses? Anybody?
123.
123.
123. It means that 123 computer you can launch within this subnet. Subnet 1, how many?
123.
123. 123 machines you can launch here. It means that again, if I'll bring you back to the EC2, if I'll bring you back to the EC2, and if you launch the instance here, then you will give the name of your machine, you will select the instance type, you will create the key pair, and after that you will come into the network setting, and here you will change the network. If you edit this, what is the name of my network is take mnet, and what is my subnet? Subnet 1 or subnet 2. So if I select subnet 1, now now this this machine will get one IP address from this range 192.168.1.0. It means that from this 126 range, this 126 range, any IP address the machine will get. Either it can get 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. By default, in between of 1 to 126, any IP address this machine will get once you create. Understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let's say some of you might be having some doubt. What if, what if I need 4 subnet? What if I need 4 subnet? So let's say your IP address is this one. This is network, this is network, this is network, this is host. This will be all one. This will be again all one. This will be again all one. This will be again all zeros, right? All zeros. And we know that if we need to find out number of subnet, it means that 2 to the power n. Now you need 4 subnet. So what we will keep on the 2 to the power, it should come 4.
We need to borrow two.
2, right? Because if we keep 2 to the power 2, it will become 4. It means that 2 number of ones we need. It means that this one and this one. These 2 0 we have taken borrowed. Now within the same VPC, the VPC was same /24 only. Within that same VPC, we are creating 4 subnet now. A number of hosts per subnet will be coming 2 to the power m. Now the value of zeros are 6 minus 2. It will be coming how much? 62. 62 addresses, valid addresses will be coming in each subnet. And the CIDR range will also get changed. Means if you need to write now the CIDR range, it will be looking like this. See, this is 4 subnet. Now the CIDR range will come 24 1 plus 2 more 26. So you can either write 26 directly, and we got 62 valid address. It means that 62 here, 62 here, 62 here, and 62 here. Now if you keep 62 62 62, it is coming in 4 subnet. So your address again will start from here 192.168.1.0/26, and then 1.1 1.2 1.3, it will reach to 62, and after that 192.168.1.64 will be the broadcast address here, because we are doing -2 in all the subnet. So 64 will be the broad. We have started from 0, and then 1 2 3 we reach 62. 63 will be the broadcast, right? And 64 will come up into the second subnet. So second subnet will be 192.168.1.64/26. It means that if you need 4 subnet, your CIDR will be 626, and in the 4 subnet, it will be 1.0, this will be 1.64, this will be 192.168.1.120, 8, 64, plus 64.
125, I think.
No. See, if I repeat it with the bigger box, you can easily understand. See, this is R4 subnet. Okay. Now I am telling in each subnet we are getting valid as a 62, 62, 62, and 62. Now what you can do is you can write the first one. So first one is your network address. Subnet 1 network address is 192.168.1.0/26. Now this will start increasing from 0. It will come dot 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. It will reach to 1.62. It means that 1 to 62 it will be valid, and then 63 will come, and 63 will be the last address from this one. So we will be calling it as a broadcast address of subnet 1, and 64 will come up here. 64 will come up here. So 64 and 1 here, 168 192 slash 26. This will be the second subnet address, right? And after that the actual one will start 65, 66, 67, 68, 69 till the time 62 will not come. From 65 here you will be getting 126 is the last valid one. Last valid will be coming 126. You can add and check it out. In 127 dot 1 here, 168 192, this will be the broadcast address of the second subnet, and after that it will move to the third one. Third one 192.168.1.128/26 will go to the third subnet address, and after that 129 130 131 like that it will reach to 191 here. 191 will be the last address. This is the broadcast address of the third subnet, and here 192.168.1.192 will be the subnet fourth subnet address, right? And then /26 you will keep here, and after that it will reach to 254 as a valid, and 255 will be the broadcast address. Before addresses also you can keep 192.168 and all. So 62 here, 62 here, 62 here, 62 here. Like this you can also try. Let's say if you are going into subnet and you are creating subnet, you are selecting your network. This is your network. Now you are adding the subnet 1. Let's say I'll give the number only one subnet. You can keep it here. In your range you can give 192.168.1.0/26. This is my first address, and second subnet I'll keep here two. Second subnet I am creating here, and I'll give 192.168.1.64/26. This is my second subnet, and the third subnet I'll write here, and I can create this subnet here, and I can just give the range 192.168.1.128/26, and then the last subnet within this network will I create fourth subnet, and you can create in D, and you can give 192.168.1.120, sorry, 192/26. This is the fourth subnet, right? And you will create the subnet now.
Sir,
So
it's 192.
192, sorry, it is 192, correct? Now we can create it. So it is not creating because already we have created two by using /25, it is overlapping with that. So either we have to go there and we need to delete it, because within that network we are creating either this way or that way. So I'll just open VPC here and I'll just go back to the subnet, and my two subnet 1 and subnet 2, I'll try to delete these two subnet. I'll try to delete here, delete this subnet. So those two subnet I have deleted. Now I'm creating the new one here, right? 4 subnet. Let's
Sir,
click here
the,
to create. Yeah.
sir, subnet 1, you wrote 192 in subnet 1, sir.
Subnet 1, I write 192. Yeah, you are absolutely right.
Sir,
This
In
is
sub
in
in
subnet 4, it
subnet
was
4,
9.
you write 92, sir. It's 192.
here. It is correct. It is correct. It is not correct. Okay. Now it's fine.
Yes, sir.
So again, it is telling overlapping. 192.168.1.0/26. Okay. 64, 128, 192. This is correct only. It is not creating just because the it was not deleted that time. In middle of it we have deleted, but okay, let's create again. We'll select our VPC and we'll keep the first subnet, and we can create here, we can give 192.168.1.0/26. This is my first subnet, right? Let's create this one. Array yaar. It has deleted, right? Then why it is saying overlapping? Just because it does take some time, guys, to delete exactly from here. Rather than doing this multiple time, we could create another network and we could do it unwantedly. We are doing here, we can create our VPC, but the VPC will start overlap. No problem. Let's write the VPC CIDR range. We can change. Let's say write 200 dot 1 dot, sorry, 200 dot 0 dot 0 0 dot 0 dot um, 0/24 is my network, right? This is my network, and now I'll create the subnet in my VPC. So simply I'll select my VPC which I have created 200, and here I can give the first subnet, and the address is this one, 200.0.0.0/26 is the first one, right? You can create into the first subnet, and the second one you can give the second subnet, you can create into the second subnet, and this range will be 200.0.0.64, okay, /26. And the third one you can add here, third subnet. This you can keep in anywhere, and you can again write 200.0.0.128/26. Last subnet we can call it fourth subnet, and you can keep into the last uh, availability zone. It will be 200.0.0.192/26. These all are subnets which we are creating. Subnet 1, subnet 2, subnet 3. All subnet has been created, as you can see. All subnet has been created. It's visible now to everybody.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4 has created. As per this calculation, how many addresses we were getting? Valid address 62.
60.
Correct? And
Yes,
AWS will take 3 of it. So how much it will come? 62
mm,
minus 3.
59, sir.
59, 59, 59.
So how many addresses
Yes,
it is showing in each one? 59,
59.
59, 59, right?
Yes,
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So after this, we will be learning tomorrow how to make any network public, how to make any network private. These all part we will be learning tomorrow, and we will be seeing the subnetting in class B also tomorrow. Okay, we have used class C today. Tomorrow we'll see class B because class A is not there, so we will be seeing B and C only, right? And later on we will be launching the resources also into the same. So this is what for today, guys, and